Hello, Intelligentsia. Back for a second time this week. What I wanted to... After I got done with the show, my last episode, I started thinking, you know what? Maybe I didn't go into it enough. And some other things have happened since, the couple days that have passed. So, I thought it would be a good idea to do a second show. I want to get this out there. It's important for you Patriots and you preppers out there to understand that now is the time to start thinking about putting your contingency plans into action. Or at least thinking about preparing to implement those plans. And I'll tell you why. The violent left, the Democratic Party, who's become the party of hate and violence. If you think about it, they have released their dogs of war, so to speak, and all they're screaming about is how the right is full of extremists, they're ignorant, they're uneducated, and they're violent. And they're wrong, as you're probably not aware. If you're living around the world, maybe you don't always catch what's going on here in the United States. We have a lot of listeners around the world. Not as many as I'd like. I'd like more listeners, so please tell them, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But here you go. I want to play you something. And maybe you haven't heard it. Maybe you've heard people talk about it. Maybe you haven't seen it. Whatever. And it's this. You have to understand the mentality of the kind of people that the left is making heroes of and are going to be voting multiple times. The left has said many, many times. I don't know how many times we've heard it. They've made it very, very clear that they will not accept any outcome in the general election other than a Joe Biden victory, no matter what may come to pass. They've said that. They've demonstrated that. I told you about the tip report last week. I don't know how much clearer they can make themselves. They're telegraphing the entire country what they're going to do. They want election chaos, and we're going to talk about that briefly. They want the election chaos. That means that they're going to go judge shopping. They're going to find a judge, and you can, believe it or not, do judge shopping, even though there are systems in place that supposedly when you file a lawsuit, the computer picks a judge at random. Well, guess what? If you're willing to spend the money, and this is how you get around it, my friends. Couple things. One way you got to do is this. You find someone. You don't have to even pay them. They just have to be of like mind with you. You find someone in the court clerk's office who's got an idea of the judge rotation. And you have that person call you, if you're a Democrat, and say, look, this judge is coming up. This is the judge you want because this judge has political leanings. They lean to the left or whatnot. And they're more than likely are an activist jurist. That is, they're an activist judge. They like to make laws from the bench. So, anyways, this person makes the call to whoever the Democrats have and their arsenal of lawyers. The Republicans have an arsenal of lawyers also. They go to the clerk's office. They file the lawsuit. In this case, it might be to extend the mail-in ballots deadline. That's why we have in Michigan and Pennsylvania, they've extended those ballot deadlines. So they go to this person, and this person, files it, and bang, you went judge shopping, you got the judge you want. Or, and this might cost you some money, same person makes the call. Person who goes in there to file it, well, they file it. It goes through the automatic system. Judge comes up, you don't want that judge, you pay your money to file the lawsuit. You get the judge name comes up, that's not the judge you want. Withdraw the lawsuit. Stand there and wait. File the lawsuit again. Judge comes up, that's, you paid your money, file the lawsuit. Oh no, that's not the judge you want, withdraw the lawsuit. And you continue this process till you get to the judge you want. That's the judge I want. We filed our lawsuit, paid our money. Now we can go and get what we want done. In this case, it would be to extend the deadline for mail-in ballots. By the way, they're mailing out ballots to people who never requested mail-in ballots. That's how messed up this situation is. Got one guy who moved from California to Texas. He got 3 ballots from California mailed to him. I don't even know what to even say to that. But anyways, we've seen the kind of people that Antifa and BLM is made up of. And most of the BLM protesters are white. Yes, you have you got your black Americans in there, so what? But they're vastly outnumbered by the upper middle income kids. But here, maybe you saw the hysterical meltdown over should I call her that? The coffin dodger, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That's right, I called her the coffin dodger. But anyways, this is not safe for work. If you're listening to this at work, turn off your speakers because I'm not going to censor this, all right? I'm not going to censor this. And if, so you're heads up, get the kids out of the room. They don't need to hear this. It's 23 seconds. And this woman, now this narcissist, sociopath, decide she's going to make this video while driving her vehicle and flipping out. And then she's going to post it on the internet. What kind of narcissist sociopath decides I'm going to post this? But anyways, here she is. I don't know what her name is, but here she is. Listen to this.
Holy fucking shit, you guys! I'm driving your car, but I just got a notification that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died! Fuck! Could this year get any fucking worse? Ruth, you just had to make it to 2021! Ah!
There you go. That's her. That's what we get. That's what, oh, good God. These are the kind of nutcases you're dealing with. Now, the mainstream media will never, ever, ever post something like that. By the way, thank you to Resist the Mainstream for posting that video. I said, no one seems to know who she is. She posted it on TikTok. But I don't know what her name is. I'm trying to find it, scan it real quickly. But she is just out of her freaking mind. Out of her mind. And by the way, I'm going to post this on the Contrario Network social pages. As you know, before October 1st, I'm going to be shutting down the Facebook page for Contrario Network. I'm not going to subject my subscribers, the people in the group, to the new Facebook policy that's going to be implemented on October 1st. I'm not going to do that to you. However, Contrario Network now has pages on Mumblet.com, USALife.com, and Parler. telegraphed.com. We are there. And on Gab. And on MeWe. So lots of different places you can go if you want to follow us. Now I am going to post this so you guys can see it and laugh your asses off about it. And then we got the woman whose driver is taunting off, and she flips off Trump supporters while she's driving her car. And while doing that, she plows her car into the back of a car in front of her because she's so... Trump derangement syndrome is real. And I posted that. So go there and check it out. You want to see that. That's funny. Just a riot. That's how, lunatic they are. So, anyways, that's what I got. How far? Okay, look. I gotta be back. Be back with segment 2 in a moment. Don't go away.
Hi, this is Sydney from Trivitally, and I want to tell you about a new team system that CRN is doing. You see, we are going to build a team of like-minded individuals who can learn how to earn an income right from the comfort of home. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then let's do something about it. Maybe you're stuck in a 9-to-5 rut, or maybe you just want to make a few extra dollars on the side. You see, it really doesn't matter what the reason is. What matters is the drive and determination. Let us show you how you can join us, build a team, and make a few extra bucks while we're at it. You can even test drive it for free. Log on to www.earn.contraradionetwork.com. Watch the video, fill out the form, and become an action taker today. Remember, www.earn.contraradionetwork.com. Do it now.
Tired of getting censored on social media? Are you noticing less traffic to your business page or profile? Solve it by joining mumbleit.com today and experience true free speech social media. Join for free at www.mumblit.com. Experience real freedom today.
So are you tired of being tired? Well, then it's time to get the tea. Hey, it's Lisa here to tell you about this all-natural, all-organic tea I've been drinking that has had great results for over 20 years. It's called Life Change Tea, and it's specially formulated to help detoxify and cleanse your kidneys, liver, colon, and blood all at once. The colon is one of the most ignored organs in the human body. The faster that waste is eliminated from the body, the less time that waste sits in our intestines, spreading toxins to our bloodstream. This tea helps cleanse chemicals caused by outside intruders from our entire digestive system. And get this, weight loss can be a side effect. And with continued use of the tea, you can experience clearer, healthier, younger-looking skin, increased energy, and a happier outlook on life. So if you're tired of being tired, get the Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. And like me, you'll be glad you did.
All right, welcome back to segment 2. Well, I got... Okay, fine. Look, I got an email. They want to hear that video again. All right, we'll do it again for you. I'll play it again for you. Here, let's add this to it. Let's add this beforehand. Again, not safe for work when she flips out, but... Here. We'll do this, but before we play the video, I'll add this little sound effect to it first. the loons are out there and they're allowed to vote. All right. All right. Now, yesterday, maybe some of you saw the media was absorbed in the Louisville response, the protesters, and maybe some of you saw a U-Haul truck in the background that was handing out supplies and signs already pre-made to give to Antifa and BLM as they were getting ready to take to the streets yesterday evening. What does that tell you? Just that, without anything else. What it should tell you is this, my friends, is that no matter what the grand jury came back with, it was never going to be good enough. If you saw the supplies they were taking out of the truck, they call it supplies, they were handing out all kinds of crap. Well, apparently, and I don't know who it is, but they recorded a phone call with the person they call Holly the U-Haul Queen. I don't know who it is that got a hold of her, but apparently somebody got a hold of her name and telephone number and all that stuff. Well, they called her and they recorded this conversation. I'm going to play it for you now. It's about, I don't know, it's about 4 minutes. And you got to listen to Holly. And at one point, she finally realizes that she stuck her foot in her mouth, but still, nonetheless. Now, the person that's talking to her, the guy, is not from U-Haul. But they told her that. So, anyways, and as it picks up, apparently they only got a part of it, part of the conversation with her. But here's Holly, the U-Haul Queen.
Short, Christina Geraldo, Sarah Schneider, internet reservation, DG010377. I don't know if you know any of these numbers, but the call log sheet of people who have talked to me today is like it says, scheduling text message was successfully sent to this phone number. Pickup date on this time. Customer was texted a customer confirm access link. Customer called in stating he saw someone driving this equipment and are rioting and property damage. Not true. That's absolutely not true. Mm-hmm. Hundreds of Twitter posts about this customer renting a contract using the rental under this number used to protest illegally. Not true. We handed out supplies. That's it.
So you handed out supplies and that was it?
Yes.
What kind of supplies were they, Holly?
Since then, umbrellas, water, masks, goggles,
nice.
gloves.
Holly, from what I've seen, people have been sending us, and we've been getting absolutely flooded, Holly, with calls. They're saying we saw signs of people saying abolish the police, defund the police, defund.
That's my First Amendment right.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, Holly.
On a sign.
I get it. I'm not saying you're in trouble. I just want to make sure we're kind of clear, because we have no clue what's going on. I'm sure you have no clue what's going on. It's your First Amendment right to peacefully protest. And once again, that's peaceful.
I didn't even protest. I just drove a U-Haul truck and dropped items off.
You just drove a U-Haul truck and dropped items off, Holly?
Excuse me?
No, I'm saying, is that what you... No, I didn't hear you breaking up. Is that what you just said? Holly?
At this point, she stuck her foot in her mouth. So now she's shutting up. But listen.
Holly, are you there? Are we good? Holly, did I lose you?
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to talk to my lawyer.
I'll have to talk to your lawyer?
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer any more questions.
Yeah, you're not in trouble. I'm not the law enforcement. I'm nothing to do with them. I'm just calling on behalf of U-Haul because we have no clue what's going on. I mean, you're not in trouble with us. If you're, like you said, you're dropping off supplies, which is completely,
it doesn't make any sense that all these people got my name, because there's, and they have, they're tweeting your guys' internal call logs. Like, it seems like somebody from U-Haul is giving them this information. And I'm going to tell you, that's a really big problem.
That's a big problem.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that.
I mean, I literally am holding in my hand a screenshot of y'all's call logs.
Like
your employees' call logs. In what they said when they talked to me.
I have no clue.
It's a huge breach of security.
Yeah.
It's a huge breach of security.
I'm not going to comment on that. I have no clue what happened on that employee's front. I'm just trying to get like a grasp of what happened on this truck.
It's like 5 different employees who talked to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Leah Short, Christina Geraldo. Who are all these people? These people entered stuff that now is all over the internet.
I mean, didn't you take that risk by going out there with the U-Haul truck and passing out supplies to protesters?
No. I mean, I would assume that U-Haul would never give away my information. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I have no clue, Holly. I have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like, do you have a supervisor I can talk to?
I'll be honest, I'm not with U-Haul, but I do wish you well.
Yeah, I didn't think you were.
I know inciting riots is a federal crime, Holly. I do wish you well, and I hope you have a night's rest of sleep. Like, just take care, Holly, okay? I love you.
And there it is. Thought I'd put that out there. I was wrong on my episode when I talked about the Patriots and preppers do not have, one of the problems they have is they don't have an organized legal defense team. Should they ever get into trouble? Well, I was wrong about that. There is one. And it's called Fight Back. If you go to fightback.law, fightback.law, they are the people that are representing Kyle Rittenhouse. Those are some high-powered law firms there. So, and they're let's see, they're doing it's called the Fight Back Foundation. Doing business as Fight Back is a Texas 501c4 not-for-profit organization established to promote social welfare through advocacy for and just treatment of people and organizations with respect to their civil and constitutional rights. So, there you have it. Fight Back. Oh, what else does I want to do? Oh, that's right. In case you didn't know, let's see, what have we got out here? Now, Fox News, Rick Leventhal confirms the Gateway Pundit's prior reporting that 94% of COVID-19 deaths had, on average, 2 to 3 other potential causes of death. But because the hospitals will get extra money from the federal government for treating people with COVID and people who died from COVID, guess what? Well, there you have it. Oh, everybody dies from COVID now. But he was in a car crash. Nope, it's COVID. Okay. And Lorenzo Johnson, he's been arrested, and he's been identified and arrested as the shooter of 2 police officers during the Black Lives Matter riots in Louisville. So now he gets to answer for that. Hope he enjoys his new life. And then meanwhile, the clown mayor, Ted Wheeler from Portland, has come out from under his rock, and he says, violence has no home in Portland. Really? Did you put your crack pipe down, young man? And he has condemned the alt-right group's planned protest in Portland. I guess it's okay for the left, but not for the right. What a bonehead. Well, he is. I can't help that. Look, when we come back, I got something I want to cover with you. So stick around. We'll be right back with segment 3 in just a moment.
Cropper has made tactical gear with a purpose for over 50 years, since their first U.S. Navy contract in 1967. Today, Cropper designs and manufactures professional-level tactical apparel and gear for military, law enforcement, and public safety professionals and civilians, whether in the service, on the job, or off for the weekend. Log on to ContraRadioNetwork.com and click on the Proper banner now. At Stag Arms, there is no weak side. Our rifles are 100% American-made, including each and every part assembled. We aim to provide recreational shooters, law enforcement officers, hunters, and professional shooters with super quality and competitively priced rifles. Every rifle shipped is built to order. Check out Stag Arms now. Log on to ContraRadioNetwork.com and click on the Stag Arms banner.
Welcome back, intelligentsia. Now, we have seen, maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't, about that if there is no victor proclaimed for the election, and that there's nothing in place by January 20th, well, that Nancy Pelosi would become president. So if you haven't, I looked into this. I will, of course, fill you in with it. You make the decision. All right? Under the Constitution, a president does not have the power to change an election date. That's Congress's call. But if Congress did choose to push the election day into 2021 and pass the constitutionally mandated inauguration day, who would take office on January 20th? This is what we've seen now. Now, President Pelosi quickly trended on Twitter, and screenshots of those tweets were shared on other social media platforms in response to the widespread claim that Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, would be next in line to take office on January 20th if there had not been a vote. Or there's no result from the vote. So, basically the tweets were saying, if the president doesn't get reelected or vacate by inauguration day, January 20th, 2021, the Speaker of the House would serve as acting president. That means President Nancy Pelosi. And, of course, that screenshot was sent and later posted on Instagram and everywhere else. Now, other tweets, some of the responses were, correct me if I'm wrong, but if an election gets delayed, doesn't the Speaker of the House become interim president at the end of the incumbent's term? So Trump wants President Pelosi, reads another widely spread tweet, also shared via screenshot on Facebook. Some lawmakers jumped in too. Republican Senator Lamar Alexander told reporters that Pelosi would become president if the election were delayed past January 20th, which is not necessarily true. So, the 20th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution says the terms of the president and vice president end at noon, January 20th. If an election had not taken place by that date and successors had not been chosen, Trump and Vice President Mike Pence would be out of office regardless. Behind the vice president and the presidential succession, as determined by the Presidential Succession Act of 1947, is the Speaker of the House. Now, it makes sense to assume she'd then take that role of president, but that assumption ignores two important points. Pelosi is also up for re-election in 2020, and the Constitution puts an end date on the terms of members also. So, the 20th Amendment says terms of senators and representatives end at noon, January 3rd. If a federal election were delayed, then no vote would take place to re-elect or remove Pelosi from office. She, too, would have to step down from her position. Now, in this case, the president pro tem of the Senate, next in line, would assume office as president. Currently, that person would be Chuck Grassley, Republican of Iowa. But there's more! If no federal election took place, Pelosi wouldn't be the only member of Congress to leave office. There are 35 senators up for re-election, 22 Republicans. And if they were all removed without any successors, the 100-member Senate would have just 65 members, with Democrats in the majority. Because of that, those senators could technically then choose a new Senate President pro tem and thus the president. Now, Republicans might be able to maintain their hold on the Senate thereafter, though. A Congressional Research Service report, Continuity of Government, says that in the case of a Senate vacancy, depending on state law, governors may make a temporary appointment until an election can be held. That means vacant seats formerly held by Democrats could be filled by Republicans or vice versa, depending on a governor's pick. In the case of vacancies in the House, governors can issue a writ of election to fill those vacancies, according to the report. So, regardless, a delay is extremely unlikely, as politicians on both sides of the aisle have spoken out against the idea. Never in the history of the company, through wars, depressions, and the Civil War, have we ever not had a federally scheduled election on time, and we'll find a way to do that again this November 3rd. That's Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. He told Kentucky TV station WNKY Thursday. Now, so, let me think. That's about it, though. That's how that works out. Now, what if... Now, this is just about if the election were delayed. It doesn't speak as to who doesn't, I think we all, well, you know what? Let's assume that nobody hits the 271 threshold. See, that's why we have the Electoral College, my friends. The Electoral College says that you got to get 271 votes. You have to win. You got to win big. You got to. That's one of the good things about it. There are many good things about the Electoral College. If we do what the Democrats suggest, my friends, and get rid of the Electoral College, that means a handful of U.S. cities will determine who the next presidents of the United States are. And it will keep up that way. So basically, let's say Houston, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Miami, maybe, the big cities. If you do unpopular vote, and most of them are run by what? Democrats, you know what's going to happen. And so, look, the Democrats want election chaos. They've already said so. They've telegraphed it. They've said it. They're going to send their little minions into the streets. They're going to send their useful idiots into the streets to fulfill their destiny. That is to be useful idiots. They want violence. They want chaos. They want everything they can get because they will not accept anything less than a Biden victory. And if that means they got to sit there and extend the deadline for mail-in ballots so they could stuff the proverbial ballot box, they're going to do it. Now, my friends, I don't know how it is in your state. In my state, in the tyranny state of Illinois, if you go to the poll on election day and they say, wait a minute, you've already voted, and in fact you have not voted, you did not send in a mail-in ballot, you didn't do anything like that, immediately request a provisional ballot immediately while you're there. Because then they got problems. And they're going to have problems, my friends. You're going to see all kinds of crap coming up. They're going to do ballot harvesting. You know what? Some of you may not know what ballot harvesting is. Well, I am going to tell you because I'm going to call it up here right now to try to explain it to you. Let's see what we got here. All right. Ballot harvesting, my friends, is gathering and submitting of completed absentee or mail-in voter ballots by third-party individuals, volunteers, or workers, rather than submission by the voters themselves directly to ballot collection sites. Now, it occurs in some areas of the U.S. where voting by mail is common, but some other states have laws restricting it. Ballot collection has been promoted as enfranchising those who live in remote areas or lack ready access to transportation, are incapacitated, or in hospital or jail. No, if you're in jail, you can vote. If you've not been convicted, you can still vote. Ballot collecting has been criticized as possibly increasing the potential of vote misappropriation or fraud. So, that's pretty much what it is. And all the states have different stuff to, with it. So, so basically what happens is this. I go to a place that a geographic location, a district, a precinct I know is heavily Democratic. I say, look, I know you're incapacitated or you can't make it. I'm going to take your ballot for you. I'm going to take it over here to the polling place, and I'm going to drop it off for you. Now, within that district, usually you're going to find a minority of party ballots. For example, if it's an overly Democratic district, you're still going to have some Republican ballots. Well, what happens is, I know as a harvester where to go. Where are my ballots? Where are my numbers coming from? Well, they might come from here, here, and here. But if I go to this little section over here, these 6 or 7 blocks over here, I'm going to get some, there'll be probably Republican ballots. I don't collect those. I only collect where I know I got a real good idea that I'm going to increase my numbers with that. Or you could do this. You go and collect all the ballots, but you keep, Democratic, I got these from this area, that goes in this box. I got these from what I think is the Republican area, go in this box. This box that you put the Republican ballots in, they get lost. They're found in a trunk in the parking lot of the airport weeks later. They're found in the garbage can. They're dumped in the lake, dumped in a river, wherever. But they don't get counted. And that's why ballot harvesting is, my friends. All right. Anything else we got for you? Nope, I think I'll do it. You know what? I said I was going to do this. I want to do this. I forgot. Let me get this called up real quick because this is important. Come here, you. Yes. Got it taken care of. All right. I want to say this, my friends. How'd that happen? Is that wrong? I guess not. All right. Well, my friends, I want to say thank you to my listeners in the Netherlands, Canada, Albania, New Zealand, Greece, India, Italy, Singapore, Thailand, Turkey, even Russia. Can you believe that? Yeah, neither can I. Pretty wild. And in the United States, in Canada, my friends, wow, that's really changed. Something's definitely off about how'd that happen? Something's really off here. And I don't know why. It seems that our numbers are off. Say it ain't so. In Canada, from the Ontario, Yukon, Northwest Territories, thanks for listening, checking in. Appreciate it. In Australia, thank you. Interesting. A lot of things have changed, and I don't know why. Let me check it out here real quick. What does that look like? Bahrain, yes, thank you for checking in. We got one poor soul in Russia, thank you. And Mexico, thank you for checking in as well, appreciate it. In the United States, who's our top states? Let's check it out. In the U.S., our top states for listeners. Looks like it's Florida, Texas, California, North Carolina, Arkansas. You know what? We got listeners in all the states except for South Carolina. What's that? Vermont and Nebraska. Oh, we got listeners in all the states. Excellent work. Welcome listeners in Idaho and Montana. Appreciate it. You Patriots in Oregon and Washington. We see you, my friends. Hang tough. Fight back. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. All right. Anything else? Oh, we even got listeners in New Jersey. Hang in there. I believe that might be the Warlord. Yeah, that's the name he goes by. He cracks me up. Good prepper, though. All right, my friends. I appreciate it. Thank you. And if you want to earn a few extra bucks along with us, with Don Lowry and myself, the producer, he is my production producer, Don Lowry. You want to earn a few extra bucks with us here on Contra Radio Network? I invite you to go to earn.contraradionetwork.com. No, you're not going to make millions of dollars. I'm not even going to. I guess the potential, yeah, you probably could, but for me, making a couple $100 extra, that's worth it for me. So, if you want to join us, go check out that website. I don't think you'll go wrong. Plus, when you start seeing what it is, we're going to be selling, which I think you guys are like, because it's pretty cool, actually. Anyways, with that said, my friends, I want to say thank you again for listening here. I'm John Jeffers here at the Contra Radio Network. Have a good one. We'll see you next week. Be safe, be alert, be vigilant. Start implementing your contingency plans now. Later.
This is the Contra Radio Network.